It's time for KTSM 9 Overtime, the Borderlands' only high school basketball wrap-up show. Your hosts, Andy Morgan, Colin Beaver, and Sam Guzman. KTSM 9 Overtime, sponsored by Expert HVAC and Refrigeration, starts right now.
Welcome into another edition of 9 Overtime, the only high school basketball wrap-up show in the Borderland. I'm your host, Andy Morgan. We're calling this edition of 9 Overtime After Dark. It is well past midnight, but hey, we're not tired as the regular season is winding down. In fact, it's the final Friday night of the regular season for the girls, which means district championships are up for grabs, playoff berths, those are at stake, and while the freezing temperatures have taken hold of our area, the action on the hardwood is heating up. Our game of the week, without further ado, well, it's a battle for first place in District 1-6A. Let's roll some highlights here. The Americas boys ranked number 23 in the state of Texas, 29-1. Perfect 10-0 in district play coming into this one at Franklin. Student section, they were at it. Franklin 23-4, 9-1 in district play. So just a game back of these Trailblazers. Fourth quarter, Americas was up 41-39. Gabe Aguilar with the layup and one. Tie the game at 41, and then Adam Bull is going to find Pete Tarango for the layup. Cougars, all of a sudden, they're up 45-42. Jordan Hernandez, he finds Jose Luis Lugo for the lay-in. Trailblazers cut the deficit to just one from there. You had a lot of fouling, and Franklin, well, they must have been in the gym all week practicing their free throws because they sank all of them. Aguilar cruises right there as Franklin, they grab an upset win over Americas, 55-53 the final. Both of these teams now tied in the district standings. What a win for Franklin. 9 overtimes, Sam Guzman caught up with Franklin head coach Adam Castillo after the game. He has this week's Coach's Spotlight.
Hey Andy, a pretty exciting game of the week we had here at Franklin High School. The Cougars nailing out a win against America's Trailblazers. I'm here with winning head coach Adam Castillo. Coach Castillo, really intense fourth quarter. I mean, run me through what you told your players and how they managed to finish and close the game out.
Well, we know that they're an outstanding defensive team, so offensively it's going to be a struggle. We know we had to crank up our intensity on the defensive end to cause some offensive chances, and that's what we did. Our guys just turned it up, and credit to them, they did a good job.
You know, one of the players that did really good, Peter Tarango, a couple clutch buckets, went to the free throw line, sank the free throws. Tell me about the play he had in that last quarter.
Oh, you know what? He's just a pure shooter, so we like to run a spread offense. We can drive and kick to him and give him opportunities, and he took advantage of it tonight. And
then District 1-6A really heating up. You get revenge over Americas. I mean, how hard is it to beat, you know, this team that got the best of you the last time?
Right. Well, you know what? I've said it several times. Americas is the standard right now. Everybody knows that if you want to win the district championship, you have to go through them. So this was step one, but we still got some work to do to close it out.
And then how do you get this team to, you know, use this momentum after a big win and continue the season and get some wins?
Oh, you know what? That's simple. Our mantra every game has been 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. We got to get out of the gym 1-0. These guys are really taking it to heart. It doesn't matter who we see on the floor. As long as we can get a win on that night, we'll be okay.
Coach Castillo, congratulations on the win, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it does it for Lights Out, just like Franklin. We'll send it back to you in the studio, Andy.
Yeah, Franklin turned out the lights late in that game. A really big win for this Franklin Cougars team in District 1-6A, and it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the regular season plays out with both of those teams now tied. We had our pick of game of the week. We went to Franklin, but you also had the Battle of the Northeast. Chapin and Anderson. This game did not disappoint. Some great highlights here. Chapin ranked 12th in this week's TABC poll. At Andrews tonight, one of the best rivalries in the city. First quarter, Cameron Smith jacking this ball up from the parking lot. Are you kidding me? Yeah, one of those shots the coach says, no, 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 yes, yes. I love the smirk at the end, too. And then it's Cameron Goalie, the feed to Jeremiah Porta. That was beautiful. And then Chapin, well, you knew they would make a run here. Diego Villanueva, 3-ball corner pocket, good. And then how about KJ Lewis, a consensus top 50 recruit, doing his thing. This game would go to overtime, and Chapin wins it by 1. 51-50 is the final. The Huskies have now won 19 straight. Burgess and El Paso High, the Tigers came into the night in second place in this district, 1-5A. Mustangs currently in fourth place, so a chance to pick up some ground here. About El Paso High, the way they came out in this game, that's Jack Norton, 3-ball, gets to go from the wing, and then Norton, the long pass up ahead to Brody Jordan for the easy lay-in. Tigers looked really good in this game early, but Burgess, they would come storming back in a big way. They get the win 50-38 over El Paso High, so Burgess still in the hunt for a playoff spot in District 1-5A. In District 2-5A, you have Parkland coming off their first district loss of the season. Just one game up now on Bel Air and Canutillo, so a big one tonight for the Highlanders, and Matadors picked this up in the third quarter. Bel Air's Aiden Pata. That was smooth right there. And then Jason Smith. It's not a Bel Air highlight without some Jason Smith. Give me that. 3-ball. Good. Highlanders looking good. But here come the Matadors. Check out the inside-out action here. Tyrone McDuffie to Alvaro Vega. Going to bury the 3. And then it's McDuffie in the post. The anchor on Parkland's offensive line and on the football team. Several Division I offers for him. Yeah, rocking everyone to sleep right there. Parkland wins a close one, 62-58 the final. Matador still in control of District 2-5A. Canutillo came into the night tied for second with Bel Air at Hanks tonight, and no problem here for the Eagles. How about this? How you get it done? Hanks, they hung tough. You had to get it to Hanks, but Gio Gutierrez, the likes of him, as well as LJ Martin, P. Carrijo, they just were able to get this one done tonight. Canutillo gets the win 58-45. So the Eagles, they are right there in the hunt for a district title. Other finals for you tonight. Coronado defeats Eastwood 47-41. That's a big one in 1-6A in terms of playoff implications. Isleta over El Dorado 39-35. In overtime, I might add, San Eli, they top Mountain View 54-46 in a big one in 1-4A. And Fabens, they beat Riverside tonight 61-42, the final there. Well, coming up next, as I mentioned, the final Friday night of the regular season for the girls. That included a top 25 showdown between Chapin and Andrews tonight. That game did not disappoint as well. We'll have highlights of that one, plus our play of the week. You're watching 9 Overtime. Welcome back to 9 Overtime. Throughout the course of the regular season, we've seen as many as 5 teams ranked at the same time in the top 25 of the TABC poll. And every week you think that maybe Franklin going to break through and crack the top 25 in Class 6A. Hasn't happened yet, but don't take anything away from this Lady Cougars team. Franklin unbeaten in district play. A game up on Pebble Hills in District 1-6A, hosting Americas tonight, who is holding down to the fourth and final playoff spot in this district. Fatima Sack, she just continues to show up in the highlight reel, gets the 3-pointer there, and then Isabel Dempsey going to go through traffic here for Americas. Good looking move there. Gets the floater to go. And then Timar Alexander for Americas also with the bucket. But Franklin, they're just too much right now. 61-41 the final. So the Cougars, they actually now earn at least a share of the district championship with this win. Coronado and Eastwood, 2 more teams in this playoff race in 1-6A. In fact, a Thunderbirds win tonight would clinch a playoff berth. Eastwood's Alina Lopez bounce pass to Asher Williams. Yeah, they're making it look easy. Exactly how you draw it up, right, Coach? Coronado, how about this? This is what you call the putback. Cleaning up the mess here for the Thunderbirds. Off the window for 2. Coronado going to come right back with a nice floater in the lane here. Anani Guado. But Eastwood, they get the win. Comeback win here for the Troopers. 29-23 is the final. So Troopers staying alive in this district race. Here's Chapin and Andrews. Both of these teams ranked in the top 25, both in the hunt for a district title after the Huskies beat Burgess on Tuesday. Aliana Colon, with the game tied at 25 in the third quarter, goes to work, and we're going to find a theme in this highlight. Seems to like that spot on the block, right? Not once, not twice. They go for a third time. Yeah, I like that. Not 3 times. One more time back to Colon in that spot. Dominated the game in a 12-0 run in the third quarter, but back come the Huskies. This is Jasmine Holt, a difference maker. Makes it a 1-point game late in the fourth, and then here's your ball game. Down 1, Chapin with the ball. Holt goes to the rack, is fouled hard, so down 1, needs to make both free throws to win it, right? There's the first, it ties it. There's the second. Andrews going to get one more chance here for the win. And this shot would not go. Chapin wins a wild one tonight, 40-39 the final. The Huskies, remaining in the hunt for a district title win. Of course, they're chasing Burgess right now in a tie right there in 1-5A. You got in District 2-5A, El Dorado Aztecs coming off a tough loss to Hanks, but still a game up on the Knights and a chance to clinch at least a share of the district title with the win over Isleta. How about Kaylee Cruz? 3-ball. Isleta down 5 at this point, but next possession you got Cruz. Another 3-ball right there. And then El Dorado says, we've had enough of this. We're going to get to work. Destiny Arroyo. That's a 3-ball. That's a 3-balls here. And then India Dowling. Going to go coast to coast here. Give it a lay-in. El Dorado wins it 53-40. Aztecs are now 13-1 in district play. And you also have the Hanks Knights, right? Hosting Canutillo tonight. They're in this district race. The Eagles trying to stay in the playoff race. That's what Canutillo needed. This is Camila Vereda. 2 off the window. Hanks going to respond. Hanks has a really, really good team, including Jalen Morrison. Can't forget her. Canutillo's Morrison gets the 3-ball to go as Hanks, they get a big win tonight, 64-53. So the Knights, they are still alive right now for a share of the district title. Canutillo's lost. Good news for these two teams. Bel Air and Parkland currently in the playoffs if the season were to end tonight. Second quarter action, this is Christina Sanchez. Cutting to the basket, give her the easy 2 off the window. Parkland hung tough, but Bel Air just that much tougher, especially Ruby Lavadio. Coming up with the offensive rebound and then the putback, and then it's the Highlanders turning defense into offense right here. The steal, and then it's Lavadio with the buckets. You bet. That along with some sharp shooting from Jay Lavadio from deep. Lift the Highlanders to the win, 60-42 the final. Bel Air looking good for a playoff spot. Other finals for you, Pebble Hills over Montwood, 46-29. Burgess, I mentioned them in 1-5A. They get a bounce back win tonight over El Paso High, 76-25. So it's them and Chapin in the hunt for that district championship in 1-5A. Mountain View over Clint tonight, 45-30. San Elia, they beat YWLA, 72-10 is the final there. Well, coming up next on 9 Overtime, we have a look ahead. Tuesday going to be the final game of the regular season for the girls. A lot to be decided, and we have seemingly a district championship going down in 1-6A between Franklin and Pebble Hills, plus our much anticipated play of the week. All that coming up next. You're watching 9 Overtime. Welcome back to 9 Overtime. A lot of good basketball play tonight, a lot of exciting finishes from tonight, but can only have one play of the week. And as they say, there can only be one. Can I get a drum roll? And I will say this. Hey, anytime you're down 1 and at the line, away from home with a hostile crowd, and you make both of your free throws, hey, they call them free throws, but they don't come free. And Jasmine Holt, the couple at the line to win it for Chapin tonight over Andress when it looked bleak for the Huskies at one point in time in this game. Jasmine Holt, our play of the week, with her game-winning free throws tonight and a win over Andress. Hey, how about next week? Here's what's on tap for Tuesday for the boys. Eastwood will play Americas. That'll be a big one now as Americas dropped that game to Franklin tonight. Irvin, Chapin, Horizon, Bel Air, Hanks, Parkland round out some of those boys games on Tuesday. As for the girls, Franklin, Pebble Hills, that will be a big one. Seemingly a district championship game right there. Same goes for Andress Burgess. Burgess needs a win there, and so does Chapin in terms of a 1-5A district title. Del Valle, El Dorado, remember, in the lead in first place in District 2 5A. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of 9 Overtime. For Sam Guzman and our award-winning staff here at KTSM, I'm Andy Morgan. Catch you next week.